Hey everybody, this is Brent Central, Arkansas. We're going to do a follow-up grow here on the smoothie grows. This is the same thing. This is Fenugreek here. It's been soaked for just over 12 hours and it's just a regular soak. These are the sunflowers, 300 grams just like last time, in the 10 and 2 priming method mentioned in the book. And I'm going to attempt to grow these all at the same time, to place them all in the tray at the same time and start to grow, to get a baseline, to get a better mix. And this creamer container is my Brassica mix, and it is a mixture of purple kohlrabi, red Russian kale, Waltham, heavy on the Waltham 29 broccoli. I've got what other brassicas in there? I've got some turnips. What else? Golly, just almost every brassica I had. Cabbage, did I say cabbage already? I've got red acre cabbage and Jersey Wakefield cabbage. So it's just a mixture of all that. It's a brassica blend that's for my smoothies. And I'm going to get 30 grams from here to go along with the Fenugreek for the grow. Alright, I've got the lower part of the assemblies for both parts of the smoothie grow. On the right is the Brassica mix. It's got that mesh tray, which is a medium, I think medium size, and medium size screening. You can use organic, or not organic, you can use the food grade mesh, or if you want, you can use this like I do. I've got the bubbler support set at that amount. All the way across. The tubes are basically submerged or almost submerged, and the corners that hold the tray up are not quite there. So this is not quite submerged. So this is what you get with that. Now with the sunflowers, I grow sunflowers and peas and all big seeds directly in the mesh tray. Excuse me, this particular version. And I've got underneath it the standard, well basically it's the same as this one over here, but no mesh screen, no screening is used in the sunflowers for this grow. So let me put them in there and spread them out. This is the Fenugreek spread out. I didn't let it dry this time, so I just spread it out there with my hand and this little styrofoam thing I have. Now I'm going to take the the Brassica mix here, and I'm just going to spread it evenly. All across here like so. And there'll be some that are on top, but I've got a little styrofoam piece that I'm going to mash it down so it's more or less on one level. And it'll help spread it a little bit more. So there's the whole thing. I did the whole spread for you. And all this is going to be started at the same time, and I'm not going to use any antifungal whatsoever in this grow. There's my spread. Now the last grow, the seed did not come off of the Fenugreek, so the cotyledons didn't spread in a lot of it. I want to prevent that from happening this time, so I'm putting heavier weight, and I'm going to keep this on longer. I'm going to make sure it touches the bottom. I'm going to put 6 pounds of weight. Each one of these are 2 pounds. And I'm going to cover it with a dome, and I'll bring you back as they grow. Now for the sunflowers. Here's the sunflowers, and last time I made a mistake. I didn't use the right size cover. I used a cover that was bigger. It was made for the mesh tray for like the Brassica mix here. This particular mesh tray is a little smaller. in size, so I had to get a cover. Now this will sit directly on the seed, and I'm going to put 10 pounds of weight, and that will definitely help do everything we need to do. Make sure the roots are settled in, and also make sure that they have something hard to lift up, which causes friction and removal of the holes. So there we go. I'm going to put a blackout dome on it and bring you back for both as they grow side by side. I haven't sprayed excuse me, since I started this, and you can see there's mold development. So the basic antifungal does work. 10 and 2 I think was a great start, but you got to keep the basic antifungals at least on sunflower. So I'm going to spray this with the basic antifungal to see if we can get it under control in the next couple days. Fenugreek and Brassica mix is what it looks like, and I don't see any mold on it. The little bit of fuzz you see is the Brassica root hairs, but yeah, you can sure smell that fenugreek when I take it off cover. Probably need to go ahead and turn the bubbles up a little bit. I already did it with the sunflowers. I think putting them all in at the same time was the way to go. They're all about the same height. The holes are coming off nicely. Hopefully the fenugreek will spread this time, and we'll get a good, even, great grow. Let's look at the roots. Whoa, that's gorgeous. I'm gonna turn make sure the air is on highest it can go now. Since the roots and plants are established, we're gonna put the power of oxygen to work. Looks like that basic is doing a good job on the fungus. This is the next day, and things are looking much better. There's still a little bit, but we're gonna keep spraying. This is what they look like now. I think I'm going to take the cover and weights off. They're taller than the tray, and we'll let them grow under the blackout for a little bit longer. Help get the fenugreek to shed them seeds that any are left on there, and we'll bring it into the light in a couple days. Well, it looks like the basic antifungal got rid of any of the mold issues. Looking real good. I was going to take it out and rinse it off, but I don't think I even need to. It's looking good. A little sparse. I'm not used to seeing it sparse, but I know from the last grow it'll fill in and be nice. Fenugreek and cabbage seem to be side by side in growth, which is good. Really surprised. Go cabbage. And all the other brassicas, actually, it's a mixed brassica. Whoa, thick roots. Water's a little cloudy, but smells okay. It is ready to harvest, really, and the key, what I'm keying on, is the true leaves and the sunflowers are popping. When I uncover it really soon in these lighter grows like that, I'm getting a little bigger cotyledon leaf, which is nice, but I'm also getting the true leaves. They come on really fast, and so I need to adjust it even more. Also, the 300 grams is creating some issues, a little bit of issues with the growing. It might do a little better. Well, this is actually pretty good. I don't know why. I'm just used to the 400 gram maxi grows where everything is just phenomenal, but this is really good grow, and these leaves are substantial, the cotyledon leaves, and they make a great snack and a great green. The Brassica mix that I use with the fenugreek, you can see here the fenugreek seeds are off this time, and they're so intermingled you got to really kind of look to see them. And I like that about it. So I know now that I can start fenugreek and the brassica mix at the same exact time, and the sunflowers too. So that's a really good thing to know. Overall, I'm going to probably harvest this a little later today. It's right outside, so I set the little table in here in the grow room, and I'm going to go ahead and harvest them, put them in the container over there, and then I'll add the brassica mix and we'll weigh them all together. Alright, harvest is done. I know I said I was going to put them both in one, but there's just no room. So I'll take those inside, and I guess I'll go ahead and get a weight on them. Alright, time to harvest the brassica mix with the fenugreek for the second part of this grow. And I think it's going to be a salad grow, a form of the caprese salad that I'm going to attempt. Okay, let's weigh these things. Now before we do this, I wanted to tell you that I cut above on the stem, pretty high up on the stem, just to make sure that there was no debris, seed holes and stuff like that. Now, I could have got a good bit more from both if I had gone lower, but I just wanted to do some cleaning to begin with. They haven't been washed yet. My intent for these two is to do a salad, possibly a balsamic glaze, caprese type salad. We'll see how it goes. And so that's what I'm going to do with these. The smoothies aren't the greatest tasting, and I can do it, but my wife can't do it, so we're going to switch. We're going to try salads. Let me get a weight on this and just kind of see what the overall weight is. Now the bags are almost nothing in weight, but you can subtract a gram if it bothers you. That's 1.2 pounds. Okay, just shy of 2 pounds. Change the measurement. 883 grams or 31 ounces. That's a good bit, and I think that's a great grow for just Gina and I. I'm making a balsamic glaze. I don't have all the ingredients out, but it's very simple. I took 1 cup of a good balsamic vinegar, and I took 1/4 cup or 25% of brown sugar, and I brought that to a boil. 1 cup of balsamic vinegar, 1/4 cup brown sugar, bring to a boil, and then once it comes to a boil, you reduce the heat to low, and you let it reduce till it gets the consistency you want. And for me, I'm going to let it to where it coats the spoon a little bit more, reduced by about half, and I think that'll take about 10 or 15 minutes, and it becomes just this ultimate sauce. It's just phenomenal. And I might have mentioned it's a caprese salad. Now, a caprese salad really is tomatoes, mozzarella, soft mozzarella, basil, and it doesn't even, it's olive oil at least. It doesn't even have to have balsamic vinaigrette on it or a balsamic glaze, but if it has the balsamic glaze on it, which is what I really like, I'm in heaven. But anyway, this is a version of it. I'm going to use tomatoes, microgreens, no mozzarella. So it's not a caprese salad, it's just a balsamic glaze topping to the microgreens. Alright, I got a couple bowls for me and the wife. She just wants the sunflowers. I get the whole, every bit of it. And the first thing I did is I mixed some oil and vinegar here, and I'm going to put that across the salad, both of them, a little bit. Then I'm going to put the balsamic glaze and drizzle that across the top. There it is. I tossed the oil and vinegar and coated everything. Then I drizzled the balsamic glaze over the top of that. We're done. It's Brent. We'll see you later.